So, Aniela, welcome to the show. This should be a 10-minute talk or something about your latest projects and about where you are. We know you from previous editions from the Sustainable Innovations Forum in Munich, where you participated with your product MycoTEX. Maybe it's a nice idea to go a bit back in history. And start with there, and then I'm very curious to know what happened in between till the moment of now. Is it okay for you to pick it up where we started 2 years ago in Munich?
Yes, yeah, long time ago already. What we presented in Munich was really the first time showing our new supply chain, and yeah, we got really nice reactions on that. So that's always good, because then you know that you're on a good way. And in the meantime, we've been talking to a lot of stakeholders and have been improving the material. What we showed in Munich, it was based on the circular patches that you also see in the back of my screen. But we have been able to improve the working methods to be able to make a more smooth material that can have different kind of textures, and really improved also the scale up of this manufacturing method. And so the focus has been now more on really the production method of the whole supply chain. So really from raw material till final product, and not necessarily the material alone, but a lot of people know us because we had such an innovative material.
Yeah, talking about this innovative material, for the people who are not familiar with your name and your work, you are working with mushrooms, right?
Yes, the official name is Mycelium. Mycelium is what they call a thread-like network of the fungi. But basically, I like to explain it as if you go into the forest and you see a mushroom and you dig into the ground, when you see those little tiny white threads, that's what calls the mycelium. And this is the root system of the mushroom.
And you were an early adapter of this. I don't want to call it a regular material, but you see it more and more in the market, also on different kind of contexts. But you are working like 5 years already with Mycelium, or?
Yes, we were the first to launch really a proof of concept of the fact that mycelium could be a textile material, and we showed a dress that a lot of people could see themselves wearing, and this has not been done before. So that was really nice, and also the reactions that we got, yeah, they were amazing, of people who thought that this could be actually something for the future.
Yeah, well, they were amazing, because I think the top we can see in your background is nearly more famous as you are as a person, right? So
I hope so.
And there's also a bag, right?
Yes, we have different prototypes. So we started with a dress that's now owned by the University Museum. We developed a bag, a pouch, and this jacket, and also some little tiny things. And at the moment, we are working on scaling up of this process. And with that, we developed already some options for shoes, but also some other bags.
Yeah. Hey, worked with shoes. Did you also had a collaboration with Net2? Was it right, or?
No.
Do we have to work on this already? Ah, okay.
Yeah, we should work on that, but that's something for the future. First, we need to get the material available or ready for footwear. But then, of course, we are looking for these kind of collaborations.
Yeah. Hey, and earlier in this conversation, you were talking about from this 5 year ago moment till now, you are more and more focusing on production. Your product name is called MycoTEX, which is strongly related to the textile industry. Can you tell us more about the challenges that you were facing in this process, or that you are facing right now?
When we started this project, we had ideas of how to do it. But of course, there's a different way of making small samples and going for scale up. And so we've been really focusing on changing the growing method in order to be scalable. And this is something that, that we saw that other material competitors, they took a slightly different approach. Normally, people work on really getting the prototype as good as possible, and then they start selling it, and then they have to scale up. And this what we saw from other companies is that from first product that they brought onto the market till really being able to produce it, that there is like 2-3 years in between, if not longer. And so we thought of changing the strategy. And as soon as we had a really nice material, we started thinking about, okay, what are the steps to scaling up? And meaning that in the past year, we were able to scale up the growing process already to 150 liters. And those are like the most crucial steps in scaling up, but also working with industrial equipment in order to get something that we can show the brands, our customers, to give them something that, within 1 or 2 years we can actually produce. And so we thought that this would be a better strategy than first having this really nice working, very strong material, and then you have to say to the brands, okay, well, it takes 3 years because now we have to scale up. And scaling up a lot of the times means that you have to go back to the drawing table and make something that works in small, have it work on a large scale, and there's a lot of challenges in that.
So you are describing a process that already took like 2-3 years. Is there light at the end on the tunnel already?
Yes, of course.
I think this is why the timing is that we have the talk right now, right? So.
Well, I mean, our goal is to bring the first product on the market this year, and we're really working hard on that. So we're fundraising in order to get a pilot production done. We're talking with different brands to see if they are interested. So it's basically one big puzzle where everything has to, fall into place at the right timing, and that makes that you can go forward. So it's challenging, but it's also a lot of fun to do.
Hey, and working with bio-based material is a very challengeable context to work with. Also because you have to manage something that is still alive in a way. How do you manage to produce on a larger scale and manage the quality as well?
That's because we took a growing strategy that's already known. So companies like BASF and DSM are already growing mycelium on a large scale, but they are growing it for the enzymes that, for example, we use in a dyeing process or in washing soap. So we use an existing method, and this is also when we started the first steps of scaling up. There are some crucial steps in the beginning that if it's not working, you will immediately know. The problems that you're facing, you will immediately know, and you can do something about it. So once you've conquered those phases, then scaling up, it's a matter of fine-tuning and optimizing.
And you are about in this point of leverage already, or?
Yes, we had the crucial steps successfully. We have taken them successfully, luckily.
Can you give us a bit of a sneak preview what this scale-up process looks like, or is it still in a bit of a secret context now, or?
I mean, the scaling process itself, it's known for particularly for the industry. I mean, not necessarily for the textile industry, but what happens normally is what you do on small scale, and then you're talking about growing in a liquid of 1 liter or 2 liters, that you repeat in a 10-liter process. And if that's successful, you can go to 150 liters. And basically what you do is you take the biomass of the first liter, you put it in a 10-liter. And then after 10 liter, you put it in the 150 liter, and this is how you scale up. And this can be done, I think, up till 250,000 of liters.
Yeah.
So in one time.
Yeah, working on this project process and knowing you as a person, you are really one who is not able to rest before you see the quality result. Where do you get your, what is the most motivating element right now in what you are doing right now? What motivates you most?
Seeing the prototypes and actually knowing what we achieve at this moment, that's already so cool and different. I mean, the combination of different textures without sewing. This is for designers, it's really amazing. The way that you design without shoulder seams and to see products coming out of that, that's really, yeah, I mean, that gets me up at night. But also knowing the fact that this is only the beginning, and what we are doing right now, this can really change the industry, and this is something that, you know, designers can start designing differently, getting new ideas instead of working with the old methods. People who have never designed might be able to design their own clothes in the future. So these are the things. I mean, I call it a bit like with the mobile phone. You know all the features, but you don't know yet exactly how big of an impact this can be. And this is the feeling that not only I have, but also my partner has. So yeah, there are big things to be accomplished with this method.
Okay, thank you very much. And when is the next big moment for you? Is it this year?
Yes, this year, when we are launching the new material with a website, so that people also understand what is so special about what we're doing. So how we can really transform the industry without cutting and sewing, which is quite labor intensive. Yeah. But do that with biomaterials that are better for the environment. So yeah, that's the next big thing for us.
And I think we should follow you constantly, because you are like a development magnet in this point, because you are not only working with new materials, you are also focusing on new production methods. You are also working on new design principles. So thank you very much, Aniela, for this small talk. And I hope to see you in Munich on a later moment in a live situation.
Yes.
And we will share as much as possible, and keep me posted when you have something new that you want to share, right?
Yes, we will do that.
Let's do so. See you later. Thank you very much for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.